So sequencing is another very important skill. We've referenced it. Now I just want to show you 2 ways to teach it. So activity 9 is sequencing. So what we tell the children is that everything in life is a sequence, and that sequences generally are 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 1, 2, 3 of a sequence is when you do the beginning, the middle, and the end of something. So that's the example where you reach out to take a sip of water, you take the sip, you put the cup down. That is a sequence. Anything that has a beginning, middle, and end is a sequence. Then you have sequences that are 4 things. So as an example, the beginning of a sequence, when you're starting at the beginning of, let's say, doing your homework, step 1 is you carry your backpack to the desk. Step 2 is you unzip the backpack. Step 3 is you open the backpack. Step 4 is you take out your binder. So we have these really cool images, and we kind of tell the children that they're a little bit like the frames in a movie. And we write down in square 1, step 1, square 2, step 2, 3, 4, all in order. And then we go to the next line and we write down step 5. So I open my binder and I take out my hopper, which is the page from 70 Play Activities where you're keeping track of doing your homework. 6, you choose which assignment you're going to work on. Then you collect your tools that you need for the assignment. And then you sit down with the materials and lay the materials out on the desk. So it's very, very helpful for organization, planning, previewing, and task initiation to separate things out into sequences. And this is one way that we do it. So you can walk into a sequence from the first to the last activity, or you can analyze a sequence from its completion and then go backwards. So a really good example is doing your laundry, folding your laundry, and getting it to your room in its proper places, like in the closet and in the drawers. So what you do when you're backing into a sequence, which we love to do as well, is you say, what does my room look like when all my clothing has been washed and properly put away? Now let's start with the visual image of everything in its proper place, and then walk backward from there and analyze what we did. So your shirts and your, pants are properly in their drawers or hung in your closet. And now what happened right before then? Well, right before then, you brought your laundry basket with the folded clothing in it, and that's when you put it away. And then what happened right before then? Well, you got your laundry basket from the laundry room where you had folded your clothing. And then what happened right before then? Well, you had your batches of whites and darks, and they were on the counter, and you folded them and you put them in the basket. And then what happened right before then? So you can back into a sequence or go forward into a sequence, but what we help the children understand is that when you write down or draw out the sequence of the task, then you're able to know 2 really good things. You're able to know, 1, when the task is done, and 2, if you've missed any steps along the way. So you can just imagine how good this is for helping the children's brains plan, preview, organize, and initiate their tasks better. Now I want to show you the next slide, because what we also show them, and this is why this slide has 16 squares, is that lots of tasks have lots of sequences. And sometimes a task will have 4 steps. Sometimes it will have just 6 steps. Sometimes it'll have 8 steps or 12 steps or 16 steps. So it's very important to write out the sequence and the steps, because then you're able to take your pencil and check them off And that's how you know that they're done.